Briggs? Is this Colonel Briggs?
Briggs is dead. Who's this?
Lieutenant Colonel Sam Hardy sent me. I'm in Henderson with a handful of survivors and we're trying to get the hell off this island.
Look, I'd like to help you, but I can't. Sorry. You'll have to hang tight.
What the hell is wrong with you people? First you abandoned Benoit, now Pal and I.
Benoit? How do you know about Benoit? You say Hardy sent you? Wait a second. You're one of the immune. I met you on the ship. Remember me, Serpo?
Serpo? You're the fuckwit who left us on the ship!
Look, I'm sorry about that. We're trying to help people here. We're working on a vaccine.
Right. And as soon as you find it, you're gonna nuke the bloody island. Oh, mate, you must think I'm thick as a...
Where the hell did you hear that? Nuke the island. Did Hardy tell you that? Because if he did, that's bullshit.
So everyone's lying? Is that right?
Hold on a second.
What? Harlow? Are you positive? Okay, get her. Do it. Just don't let her get away.
Sorry about that. Time's running short. I'm sending you a chopper. What's your location?
Old Town Cinema.
Watch yourself with Hardy. The man cannot be trusted. That chopper's on its way.
You grab that energy drink so that you don't swig it when you're trying to activate the radio. A door actually opens up, and you can leave through that door. I'm going to backtrack.
Colonel, are you there? Guess who I just talked to?
Sandy, your boy, so I imagine it was Frank Serpo. What did he tell you? You know you can't trust him.
You know, I don't know who to trust. Not anymore, anyway. I'll see you soon.
I've experimented with this a little bit as well, just like the Kessler situation. You can actually warp out. But I also wanted to let the transmission to Hardy play, letting your character say, hey, I'm a little suspicious of you. But like the Kessler situation, sometimes you just pop in front of the fort and you never actually warp where you need to. So I go ahead and walk out. I'm sure that there's a predictable pattern to it, but I don't need to find out for the purposes of this exhibition speedrun, where I'm showing you the game, the cutscenes, the dialogue, as well as playing fast.
Serpo I trusted you, Colonel, and you violated that trust.
I had to get you to move, all of you, and the threat of a nuke was the only way, and it worked, didn't it? I got us here after all. I simply did what I had to do.
You should have leveled with me, with all of us.
I'm not trying to make fucking friends, right? I'm trying to get us off this damn island, all of us. And the simple fact is that when Serpo gets here, he's not going to rescue these people. He only wants you. And I'll be damned if I let everyone else die, understand? And that's why we're taking the chopper from him.
Christ, you never stop scheming, do ya? How are we going to take over that chopper when it doesn't even know where the hell we are?
Getting their attention is the easy part. We just need to burn something on the roof. Something that pumps out a lot of smoke and is easy to control. You worry about that and I'll take care of the rest.
Now, simple. We burn the movies being stored here. They're small and flammable as all hell.
That's a good idea. Especially since it means we won't have to go outside and scavenge for things to burn. But you'll have to convince Jacqueline to let us burn them. Go talk to her.
Sure thing.
We only need a handful of those reels, not all of them. Get those reels to the roof as soon as you can. I don't want to miss the chopper. Tell me when
I don't
you're
think
ready.
you need to
I'll
use the
meet you
threat
up
of a
there.
nuke to lie to the immunes to get them to try to find a way out.
I'm gonna fuck with him. Do we have...
Jacqueline, I need to ask a favour. A rescue chopper's on its way and we need to burn some of your movies so that it knows where we are.
You can't be serious. Can't we just collect some wood? Cardboard boxes? Many of these are very rare originals.
Look, it's our only option, and we're running out of time. We can't miss that chopper.
You're right. Of course. I'm sorry. I keep thinking in terms of how the world used to be, and not what it's turned into. There are some old genre films in a box. Please, take as many as you need.
I think this would have been better
Thank
served
you,
as a
Jacqueline.
cutscene, because this is not... It's not a huge pain, but it's not fun as a game either, so it loses its role in being in a game. You need to ask yourself, is this mini game? Is this portion fun for the player? This is not fun. I'm not saying it was a horrible experience or anything. I'm just saying it has no purpose. And I was wrong. Now there's one more upgrade. So on my 3 Perno runs, I kind of tested which one was faster. I timed it. Throwing both boxes at the same time is the fastest way to do it. Running with the box, 1 at a time or 2 at a time, is not fast. And throwing the box 1 at a time up the stairs and going is not fast. And running up the stairs is not fast either. I'm sorry, running up the stairs 1 box at a time. Actually, no, I did say that. That was the second one. You can't really carry both at the same time. Unless you're just like walking with it and dropping it. In this case, I kind of mess up here. I don't throw one of the boxes far enough, and it falls back down the stairs. But yeah, does this look like it's a fun part of the game to you? Again, I am not complaining about it. I'm aware that some, especially youngins, right, are gonna think that this is just one. No, this is me reporting that it's a poor gameplay design decision to incorporate something like this. A good design makes sure that even its tasks that you work for are fun. Like in Dying Light, getting experience towards agility, power, and survival, getting experience points, that's a good activity. You are working for something, and it's entertaining to do it.
I hope it works.
Alright, you kind of have to stay in that vicinity, right next to those reels, for a little while until your guy finishes talking. If you already run off, the next section doesn't trigger. The enemies out here, they change. In the beginning, it's a ram and a bunch of walkers. Once you clear it out, it's not much.
You're dead, mate.
Just a couple, maybe a couple walkers.
A fire on the roof is attracting them!
We need something to distract them.
Just waiting for that one.
They're able to turn them on, and with some luck, the sound will draw those things away from here.
And during the fire,
Stay here.
this particular side quest where you have to light the wheels on fire, bunch of infected. Be ready for that. Here's some poor pistol play.
I used to see a lot of concerts here. Oh.
I don't even think I killed that one, but it doesn't matter too much.
Shit, the CD player's empty. I need to find something
Again,
to play.
if they were standing up, they'd be easier targets for me. I wouldn't be shooting at the one on the right, for example, just to check that he was down. To keep things fair, so it doesn't look like I'm abusing this infected don't stand up mechanic.
Go. What the fuck is this?
Oh, it's working, and a whole shitload of them are heading your way. Watch your ass.
What kind of fucking tripe is this? Ah, my fucking ears are bleeding!
Hey, we can see the helicopter. Here he comes. Get back here.
After this cutscene ends, you get ambushed by a walker immediately, so I would suggest walking somewhere while it fades in and out.
Hey, we're here! We're here to take you home! Prepare for evacuation! Please, line up! The immune first! The others need to step aside!
Hey, what are you waiting for?
I outrank you, officer, and I am ordering you to let those people on. Sorry, sir, I have my orders. First the immune, and then the rest of you.
Cut the crap. You take these people right now or you get none of us.
I told you this would happen. I'm getting on. Sir, take one more step and I have no choice but to open fire.
Why are you doing this?
Drop your weapon.
Lower your weapon, now!
Get off the ladder, sir.
Don't you threaten us!
You will answer for your actions, soldier.
Land, now, or we shoot you down! Put it down or you die!
This is my last warning, sir. I have my orders.
This shack. Quick, move!
You can kind of hear that walker. So I'm walking forward. He doesn't grapple me. Oh, and during the cutscene, I looked at the guide I made for myself. It's a really nice guide, if I say something like that. Kind of thought about it, like game packs or something. Anyways, throwing crates at the top took me 70 seconds. Carrying one crate at a time took me 110 seconds, and throwing one crate at a time took me 115 seconds. That means like grabbing one crate and just chucking it, running to that same crate and chucking it some more, leaving the second crate in the stock. Now, DPS is damage per second. That's like how that takes into account how much your damage your weapon does and how fast it can swing. Axes may have lower DPS for some faster weapon compared to, like, you know, the sugarcane knife or something. But the axe is a higher damage per swing. The cane just swings faster, so it does more DPS, more damage per second. When you are a weapon throwing user like me, you care more about the actual weapon damage, because you're not going to be throwing. Your throwing is not limited by how many times you can swing it. It's limited by basically how much damage does it do in that one throw. So here's a section where you can see me using the auto adjust for the iron sights. I'll look down this iron sights here, and it'll kind of home in on one of the zombies. If you're doing this, you know, if you're repeating what I'm doing, you also need to keep an eye on the minimap, because eventually they will come up on you. So I'm watching that as I take down these guys. I'm looking for skulls that are heading towards me instead. Enemies not getting up turns out to be another issue from up here during this kind of stuff. Alright, so let's talk about some of my multiplayer experiences. I only managed to co-op with 2 people. The first guy I co-oped with, I found him on the Steam forum saying like, hey, I want to play. I friended a couple other people, but one decided not to friend me back for whatever reason, even though he said he'll add anybody. And the second, he just never got around to joining me. And somehow he was managing to play while connected to Steam, like he's on the friend list, with the original 1.0 version of Dead Island Riptide. I don't really like the friend system with Steam, actually. Maybe it's because I'm reading too much in the term friend, but friending strangers always seems a little bit odd to me. I think that's probably a common thing you'll find among older players, is the idea of a friend actually being someone you know. Anyway, so the guy I friended off the forum, he turned out to be a pretty useful ally. He stuck with me, he listened to me. He played straight. He didn't like try to, you know, throw grenades at me or anything. The second guy I managed to finally team up with. I'm going to explain finally in a bit here. He would always try to shoot these canisters next to me for no reason. I'd lose like 30,000 cash. Because as a firearm user, I didn't really, and because I knew what I was doing, I didn't really spend much on upgrades. I would just get the next level, get the next gun, or whatever. So I had plenty of money, you know, until I would run into people like this, I guess, and they would kill me, and I would lose 10% of my cash. Even if there's no zombies, he would just try to pop me with it. So I joined him, I think during the military base section, maybe, because I was looking to get an upgrade to one of my guns or something. Basically, I wanted the purple weapon reward. That's why I was trying to join some of these people, was to replay that section and get an upgrade that matches my level. So when we got to the end, I went ahead and quit because I didn't want to be taken back. I didn't want to start my progress over at the beach at the very beginning of the game. That's what happens when you beat the game, is it starts you at a new game with your character. That may have hampered his ability to get Dream Team, but considering he was constantly trying to kill me, that is on him. He did not earn my loyalty. Everybody else, they would be like kicking me from the game. It would be like 1 or 2 people in the lobby or whatever you call it in the game proper. And they would kick me, or it would be like one guy playing by himself and he'd kick me. That's just a little ridiculous. I can totally understand wanting to play single player. I am doing single player right now. In fact, I set it to single player. You see, that's what you do. If you don't want people joining your game, don't waste their time and your time dealing with it. Turn off the slots. Even if you want to play with just one friend, you can close the other slots so that nobody can join and only your friend can join. In fact, you can set it so that only friends can join, not random strangers like me. That happened in Dead Island 1 as well. You would waste time trying to find a match. You'd get into a match, you know, you'd get ready to do some co-op. Maybe you needed help, maybe you wanted to help somebody. Maybe you're just looking to goof around. Whatever the reason is, you're looking to do some co-op, and you get people who start complaining, cussing, doing whatever. It's just not appropriate. So yeah, if you're looking to do single player, here's a little tip. Set up the single player. I've got absolutely nothing against you if you want, you don't want me on your team. That is cool. When I played the game for the first time, I wanted to do it alone as well, you know. And when I'm writing this guide on my Perna playthroughs, I made sure it was single player also, so that I could stop, type up, you know, what I experienced and a good way to circumnavigate those problems, a potential theory on how to speedrun that section, that stuff. I would stop and do all that. Those are totally good reasons why you'd want to do it single player. It's actually thinking about it. This is kind of the reason why I generally just play single player stuff. Is people online generally suck, and I'm aware of the awkwardness saying that for a video I'm going to post online. That may even alienate some people who are watching. But in my experience, people are not as friendly as they would be if, for example, you were with them personally. I'll just leave that as a general statement. I'm not too much worried about running out of bullets here. I mean, I've got plenty of weapons. I've taken care of my arsenal. I've got a good shotgun. I've got a fresh heavy pistol. It's purple and upgraded, I think. I've definitely got my pride shotgun, which is my pride and joy. They are kind of lag, and I end up not running forward so that I can give them the kick. Totally unnecessary, but hey, he grappled me, he had it coming. if you're ever hard up on money, you could always loot this area too. Especially the rocket launcher in the middle where Logan is right now. It's worth 2,000 bucks. Now that I got some more shotgun bullets, I can go ahead and keep using it. As for shooting down the helicopter and shooting Hardy, I think it was totally stupid that Serpo would kill Hardy. And maybe he was worried that Hardy and his group would take over the helicopter, and so that's why he refused to let people on. But when you want the immunes, you want them to come with you. You need them to board. If you're not landing to force them on, you need them to board of their own volition. So either wait for them to get on before springing a trap, or just play it straight with them. You know, you can always do something else later if you really needed to, but don't create a villain who does bad things which are totally nonsensical. It made no sense for him to open fire on the immunes team, even if it's just Hardy, because the immunes were obviously a little bit on edge. It'd be unlikely that angle they'd be able to shoot the helicopter pilot since they're under it. You know, Hardy was climbing helicopter, so he's under the helicopter. So shooting it with a rocket, fine. It doesn't matter too much because even if you did kill the pilot, the helicopter is unlikely to make a nice, usable landing. Since I don't really think Logan, John, Sandy, I don't think any of these characters can repair the helicopter. Wouldn't even know if any of them know how to fly the helicopter. So since the helicopters team proved themselves hostile to Hardy's team, I can see why they would open fire. I'm not sure that would be my first choice, but I can understand it since if they're, and here's an issue of me trying to kill this guy who refuses to stand up. Which, as you can see, is just eating up more time as I try to hit him.